Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach, on this awesome Sunday. Let me get another sip in for those extra people that like that first sip. There's another one for you. Alrighty, so a good one today, another really good one. Again, going through my normal routine, getting up, letting my dogs out, picking up around the house, cleaning up. Had some company over yesterday, so a little sweeping and mopping again this morning. And, listening to the podcast, listening to some goodies. And it's one that I hear all the time, plus something that I'm used to hearing all the time from other people, and including myself, trying to get better at it. The blame game. The blame game. What is that? That is, nothing is your fault, and it's everyone else's fault, okay? When something goes wrong on your job or in your life or on the mat or whatever, it's not your fault. It's everyone else's fault. No one taught me this. No one showed me this. Whatever happens, and it's not your fault. It's everyone else's fault. So we need to fix that, right? All the blame falls on us. Something doesn't go right, it's our fault. Life happens. You got Murphy's Law. For those that don't know what Murphy's Law is whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Like, that's just how it is. Like, you're trying to do something and something comes in the way, and it just messes everything up. So it doesn't matter. Whatever the problem is, and it comes in our way, in our path, it's our fault. We need to make more time. So like what they're talking about in the podcast is like, there's no bigger excuse than I don't have time. I get that a lot. I got students I'm trying to get to come to the mat, and people give me excuses like they don't have time, or they don't have time to work out, or they don't have time to do whatever it is that they're supposed to be doing. They don't have time. It's an excuse that you have to turn back on yourself. Like, if you don't have time, then it's your fault. You need to make the time. Like you said, there's people that work 2 or 3 jobs and still do other things. And there's people that do one job and they have all this extra time, they're not using it, So the blame game, again, you can use it, you can blame other people for your losses, for your downfalls. And when you do that, you just never fix the problem. It just never gets done because you're not taking ownership. And that's what I really like about this podcast and these books that I'm reading and that I have around me. It's just constantly in my ear. Like, it's my fault. Like, whatever's going wrong, whether, like I said, in life, it could be like at my academy with my employees, or it could be a tournament, whatever, it's my fault. I need to fix those things. Like, why aren't things going the way I want them to go? I got to analyze things, detach, reassess what's happening, and then fix the problem. So if that's you, there's a lot of things going wrong in your life, you're wondering why things are the way they are. Sit back, detach, and try to fix them, and blame yourself for it. Like why are things going the way that? Why aren't you where you want to be in life, right? Like, why aren't you there? Are you on the path, even close, not even starting? Like, you have to take ownership of everything and stop blaming other people or other things for why you're not getting things done, or why you're not where you want to be in life. Again, there is just a ton of ways to just use this blame game thing, put it on other people or other things. I'm guilty of a lot of them, and listening to this stuff is really, really setting in with me to where it's like, whatever happens, it's my fault. Like, I'm just getting better at that. Like, I'm getting like things just come in the way. Like, things just get in my way all the time. I'm trying to get things done. I am one of those people that I like things. I have a routine. I like things a certain way. I like my life to try to be easy. But it's not the way it works. And when something happens, something goes wrong, listen to this stuff, it's my fault. Like, I didn't get up early enough. I get up early, right? I should have got up even earlier, whatever the case may be, it's my fault. And because of that, I'm getting better at just taking ownership and fixing things, because listening to this stuff and reading it, come to realize, like, yeah, man, it's no one else's fault but mine. It's just what it is. And so I talk to a lot of people where They just don't take ownership. It's never their fault. It's always someone else's fault, or this happened or life happened or whatever. And they're not getting past that point. They're staying where they are because they're not taking any ownership. It's everyone else's fault. When you do that, listening to this stuff, it makes total sense. When you just take ownership of everything that goes wrong, it's everything starts to get better. These guys talk about, because they work with this, Navy SEALs, right? So they're always working in teams. So like they said, when something doesn't go right, something goes wrong, and one of the team members takes ownership, and then another team member says, no, well, I didn't show you how to do that right, or this or that. Everyone in the team is taking the blame. Everyone gets better because everyone sees what the problem is, where the hole is, what needs to be fixed. So the whole team gets better because the whole team is taking the blame. Well, it's my fault. No, it's my fault. And the other person's like, the guy higher up is my fault. So they said it all falls on the leader, the leader of the platoon or whatever. But each individual is taking ownership and taking blame. So everyone sees what the problem is. Everything gets fixed. Same thing here. But in life, there is no team, right? Like, it's just me. Like, I have teams, of course. I got my staff at the school. I got family. I got friends. Like, I got a team as far as that goes. But whatever happens in life that doesn't go my way, it's my fault, where that wasn't the way I thought. I would think like, man, life sucks, man. Like, you hear that all the time. And it does sometimes, it does. Like I said, Murphy's Law, like whatever can go wrong will go wrong. When you are just so close to getting things the way you want them, boom, you get hit in the head with like something silly, man. Like the other day, I had a really good day on Friday and getting things done, making things happen. And I had to go coach one of my students the other day out in Dallas. And my car had all four tires were low. I only drive this one vehicle on the weekend or whatever. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to go discount tire. And, they just put the air in the tires. Everything's all good, right? Then I get in the car and it's not starting up right away. It's a new vehicle, like it's a newer vehicle. I'm like, man, what's going on? And it just started making noises. So went to O'Reilly's, get the battery checked, and they're like, yeah, it's dying out. You probably should replace it, get a new one. And they were like, I was like, well, cool. Can you do it? Like, it's, I'll pay you to do it. Like, just get it done. Like, I need to get out to Dallas and get some things done. And they're like, well, no, we can't do it because, this and whatever. And I'm like, man, all right, cool. So I'm like, go to Firestone, get there. Forgot my mask, right? So forget my mask. That wasn't cool. So couldn't go in. So I called, said, hey, I'm outside. Can you send someone out? I need my car checked out, blah, blah. And I'm like wasting time. Like, it's just killing me. I was like, man, I need to get home. I need to get out to Dallas, whatever. So they come out and they're like, yeah, cool, we'll pull it in. And so I had to stay outside under a tree for like over an hour. I'm like under this tree. It's hot. It's like 90-something degrees. And I'm just thinking about all this stuff that I'm listening to. And I'm like, man, just keep it cool. Like, I'm hot, like literally hot because it's hot outside. And I'm hot because there's other people in the building with masks on in the AC sitting down in the lounge area. And I'm outside, the only guy outside under a tree. You know what I'm saying? Because I forgot my mask. It's no one's fault but mine. I forgot it, but I was hot. I was literally ticked off. But I had to calm down because I had to tell myself, well, it's your fault. So you just got to sit under this tree and be hot and wait for these guys to be done. So anyways, I needed a new battery and they fixed all that up for me. But I had called them. I was like, hey, man, like, I'm running short on time here. And I'm just thinking, man, I got to make this. I cannot miss this tournament. I got to, it's like a 40-minute drive out to Dallas. You don't know about traffic. There's always crazy traffic or an accident. Be a beautiful day outside and traffic would be backed up because someone got into an accident. Anyways, long story short, in another situation, I probably would have flipped out even like worse. But I calmed my mind down. It was like, it's my fault. Hopefully these guys get it done. I'll make it. And I did. I made it. Barely made it. I got there like 30 minutes probably before the match started. It was cool. But there's a lot of things that it was a good day. And then boom, like tires are low, got that fixed. And then my battery goes out on me. And then the one place wouldn't fix it for me. So I take it to another place. Then I forget my mask. I'm under this tree. They're taking forever. I was literally like standing under that tree outside for over an hour, just listening to stuff on my phone or whatever, just trying to keep my mind under control. But it was all my fault, man. You know what I'm saying? It was my fault. So the day was better. Go out to Dallas. My student wins, gets the submission victory. So turned out pretty good, you know. But, you know, I used to do that in jiu-jitsu too. Like, you know, I'd lose a match or, you know, whatever, ref decision, ref this, ref that. I don't make those posts anymore. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help the situation. And it's not going to help me, like, get the gold medal instead of the silver after I lost already, right? Like, I got better at that, like, just over time, just like I should have did this and this before and, you know, not take it to a ref decision or whatever, or did better, been more aggressive or did whatever. And, you know, it's just not a good look, right? Like, you lose a match and you just come up with all the excuses of why you didn't win. Doesn't help, you know? Like, it doesn't look good either, you know? So now I just don't post anything. I just keep it to myself, get back to the mat, get back to work, and then fix it, you know? So just a lot of things out there to where if that's you, like they talk about, detach, you know, sit back for a second and look at your situation and think about why you're not getting what you want, why you're not where you want to be in life. It's all our fault. It's the individual's fault. We're not doing certain things or putting things in place to get those certain things. But what's the first reaction? It's life sucks, or this person didn't show me this, or this person. I get that all the time. Like, well, how come, you know, no one taught me this? No one showed me this. Man, there's Google, there's YouTube, man. You just learn how to do things. Like, it's a lot easier before, you know, right? Like, when growing up, you had to go to the library and learn some things, get a book. You know, now you just grab your phone and YouTube some videos and do some how-to stuff, and man, you can fix things, right? So everything falls on us. It's all our fault. Once we realize that, things start to get better. They definitely have for me. You know, as soon as I catch myself trying to put the blame on something else, I stop it. It's my fault. You know, like I said, there's things that happen at the academy with my employees, my staff. Maybe I showed them some things and then they forgot. I ain't show them enough. I didn't go over it enough with them. Like, that happened because I didn't do my job as the owner to show my employees why that wasn't supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen this way and that way, right? I'm getting better at that. Before, I was like, well, man, I already showed you that. Like, I showed you that a couple times already. I should have showed them more. I should have went over it more and checked with them more. And that's what they talk about, like, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's really good stuff. It just puts things in perspective and just makes things a lot easier for me to just get better because it's my fault. There's no one else to blame but me. If I'm not where I want to be, it's my fault. I need to figure out why and do those things that I need to do to get where I need to get to. So, you know, it's kind of like that with jiu-jitsu. You know, I teach the same move all week. Well, like 2 or 3 moves all week. And then some people that show up like every day, you know, that might get a little monotonous for them. Like, man, we're going to do something else. But for those individuals that only come like a couple times a week, they need to see the move that we're working on, right? So what I do is I'll show a move on a Saturday or a Monday. And throughout the week, I'll see when people are drilling the mistakes that they're making. Well, why are they making those mistakes? Because I didn't show them right? So on Monday, 6 a.m. class, I'll teach a move. Boom, 10:30. I see what the 6 a.m. class is doing wrong. At 10:30, I'll add those details in because I didn't explain the move good enough for these guys or girls both to understand the move, right? 10:30 class, we're drilling. I see the mistakes. 7 o'clock comes around for the adult class or whatever. I'll fix those mistakes from the 6 a.m. to 10:30. It's not their fault. It's my fault. I'm not showing the details right. I'm not explaining things right. Tuesday comes, boom, so on and so forth. By the end of the week, I've like added so many details to this 2 or 3 techniques that people are getting it. I'm explaining it better because I'm seeing the mistakes people are making, but it's not their fault. It's my fault. Take ownership as a coach. Like, why aren't these people understanding this technique? I gotta relay the information better. I gotta show it better. I gotta you know, explain it better so that everyone, like, you got like, sometimes you might have 10 people looking at the move. You might have like 30, 40 people looking at the move. So anyways, take ownership, guys. Things will get better. You plug the holes, fix them up. It's no one else's fault but yours. And once you understand that, life gets so much easier. All right, you guys have a great day. Catch you on the next one.